This is the story of my life and my adventure to China. I grew up in a church. I heard the stories, but I never believed them for myself. But one day, I went into a meeting, and I learned about Jesus. It was then that I felt really convicted that he had died for me and my sins. From that day on, my life was changed. I read about China and how many millions of people there needed to hear the gospel. I asked people to go, my friends, those around me.
Can you go to China with me?
No, I don't think so.
Fine. Don't. Please.
Even my brother.
You should go to China with me. Millions of people want to hear the gospel.
That's a job for an old maid like you.
Old maid indeed.
But they all said no. And then I kind of began to think about it. If I really, really wanted these people to get saved, why wasn't I willing to go myself? From there, I traveled to China by train. My train broke down in Russia, and I was captured. But I escaped to Japan and made my way eventually to China. It was there that I met Miss Lawson, an old English missionary.
Is this really the place?
Hi,
Oh, hello.
I'm Mrs. Lawson.
Oh, you're Mrs. Lawson.
You must be Gladys.
Oh, yes, yes. What will I be doing here?
You will grab you will find the travelers and grab the mules and send them to the inn, and then the travelers will come to the inn also.
Is it safe?
If you do it right.
Oh, okay.
People came to stay at the inn that we had.
And the ark was shut.
We rescued many children and took care of them. Then the war started. The Japanese were invading, and I knew we had to escape. We traveled from town to town, through the mountains, over hills. Finally, we made it to the river. But when we arrived, the boats were gone. Like the children of Israel, we had prayed for the river to be open so we could walk across. But God knew we were so tired that He sent us a boat. We thought when we finally arrived to Xi'an, we would finally be home. But there was no room for us there.
I heard there's room for children here.
No, there's no room here. Go away.
Let's go.
And onward we walked. We added one more day to our 27-day journey and finally made it to Fufeng. I left the children at the sanctuary to go preach in the city.
16. For God so loved.
One moment I was talking about Jesus, and the next moment I was on the ground. I'd collapse.
You gonna be okay?
She should have died a long time ago, but she's gonna be alright.
Oh, good. I was so worried.
Gladys would eventually recover, though never to the same strength. She saved hundreds of orphans, served tirelessly, and spread the gospel to many places. She had no education, was a former maid, and knew nothing of the Chinese language before going to China. Yet she had a big God whose love was shown to the people of China.